Hi everyone, this is Joan Canty, your instructor for English 1B, Fall 2015, Section 0946. Welcome to the class. I want to show you a few items within the class that might help you orient yourself to the class. If you're new to online learning, the first couple or 3 weeks might seem a little overwhelming because you're learning the system as well as the class. So I hope that this little video will give you some idea of how I set up my class. If you have any questions ever, please contact me at cantyj@yosemite.edu, or better still, once you're in the class, you can use the course messages area in the course tools, and I will show you where that is shortly. Okay, so let's get into our class. You want to click directly onto the link for the class. You don't want to click on announcements or calendar or any of that stuff. I've added these tools to my Blackboard page, but you may not have added them. Anyway, click on the class link, and that will bring you into the class homepage and dashboard. On the class homepage and dashboard, you'll see announcements. If you click on the variety of announcements, you can see them, and I'm not going to do that at the moment. I'm just going to go through this. There will be an area for what's new, and you'll see that I've posted some a Start Here module and a video on saving and attaching RTF files. There's a link to the discussion here, but there won't always be one. Some students set up a to-do list. The to-do list, I find, is kind of a pain. It doesn't really cover everything. This is where your class course email messages are, and it will give you a number and a link to them if I or another student sends you class emails. And then here's a My Grades area, or it's a report card area, and since I'm just a test student, I don't have that. And then here's some alerts and you can minimize these windows by using the arrows. So I'm going to first show you where the course tools area is. It's to the left of the dashboard area, and if you scroll down in this little area in between, you'll see there's an arrow that you can hide the course menu, which I find unhelpful because I want to know where everything is. You can see there's a direct link to discussions here. I will click on that, and that shows the entire discussion board that I've released so far. So I've got the first 3 weeks released with topics, and the topics are also into the learning modules, which I'll show you in a minute. Here's another place for announcements, and I'm going to go back to the homepage dashboard. I'm going to click on the course calendar before I get into learning modules. This is a tool that you can add things to this as well. What I've done is, this is the first day of class. You've got something to do on the 28th. It's your first discussion week when posting your initial response. Every week's initial discussion postings are due on that Friday. And then on the following Monday, 2 responses to 2 other students are due, and that's all covered in the communication guidelines, the syllabus, etc. There are also some items due. You've got a scavenger hunt that's due, and here's a direct link to this assignment. I'm not going to go there. We'll go there in a minute. And here's something else that's due, an intro letter. You can also direct link to this assignment. I'm going to now go to the Start Here module, which contains all of the information that you're going to need for orientation. So don't click on the icon, click directly on the link. Now the modules are set up with a course menu. Excuse me, let me go back here. And this gives you, these are computer requirements for Blackboard. And I'm going to, it opens in a new window as you see. I'm going to close this window and go back to, well, my browser is not responding. There we go. Go back to, this will launch in a new window. So this is the intro. That will launch in a new window. What you need to do is you can start the video.
Hi everyone, my name's
and you can click, you can do one of two things. You can click this way using the arrows once you're in the learning module. This brings you to item. Some of them will open up in a new window, as you'll see up here in the browser. And I've tried to keep everything in PDF because the rich text format seems to be a real problem with some folks. Here's the syllabus. It's fairly lengthy, but with the syllabus I've got the text, the required texts, where to go for help, course information, overview of what you need to do weekly, grading, how I grade, what the course requirements are, late assignments, plagiarism, quizzes and exams, discussions, and Plan B. And then I have included a preliminary course schedule of assignments. These list the major writing assignments, not all of them, because you'll have some weekly homework and their due dates. That will help you organize. And each week I'll have what you need to do. Now this information about what to do each week is replicated in each week's learning module, which you will get to in a minute. But here in the syllabus, it's kind of a preliminary plan of what I'm going to do in the semester. So if you want, you can print the syllabus out. However, sometimes I will update the syllabus as regarding the kinds of assignments that I have and the due dates. So always go to the learning modules for the most current information. Here's the calendar tool, communication guidelines, the core rules for netiquette. I'm not going to open all of these. You can look at these on your own. Here's a video on saving and attaching RTF files, list of Blackboard resources, and here's something that I want all of you as part of your scavenger hunt to do, is to earn the Online Student Readiness Certificate. Even though it says MJC, it's meant for MJC and Columbia College students. Here's essay format and citation, how to format your essays, how to cite, sample paper format, opening up in a new window. This is for your essays and so forth and so on. How to, some info on introductions and conclusions. Here's a bunch of YouTube videos on grammar. Again, I've included the saving and attaching RTF files, and then supplemental information, which it's also found under course tools right here. It's reference information. I will refer to it and use during the semester. Much of this is optional, not all of it. This particular area is if you want enrichment and it's not assigned, then you can go through there. If you don't want to do the extra reading, that's fine. I will just assign parts of it in the learning modules. Okay, so let's get out of Start Here. You can see you can also use breadcrumbs to navigate as well as so we get back to the learning module here, Start Here. Excuse me, get back to the Start Here module. I'm going to go to the learning module. Now this link connects you to a file, or excuse me, a content folder within this link, which is called also the learning module. And here we go again. Here's the table of contents. You can move the table of contents below, or you can keep it on the side, which is how I prefer it. How to navigate the learning modules. We're going to cover this really quickly. Every week there'll be an overview of stuff that you need to do this week. Just for your information, it's another list. I'm a very list-oriented person. Opens in a new window, so I'm going to close this window and go back to other parts of the learning module. Each week I'll have student learning outcomes, what I expect you to learn that week. Okay, so here's your mandatory reading. There's a video.
One of the most
fiction goals. Let me go back to the overview here in a minute. You'll see some of the, here we go. You'll see some of the problems with Google Chrome, but if you were using Internet Explorer, it would be triply bad. Here's the overview. This is what you need to do. Here, these are kind of orientation exercises at the beginning here. Here's your mandatory reading. So the mandatory reading, here are your textbook assignments, sample writing, then you're going to start your novel. Then you will go to the learning module, and there's a little folder there that we started to look at, writing about literature video. There's some optional reading, the Satrapi link in the learning module. It comes up as a list of links. You just start at the top and go through. You do not have to read it. You do not have to complete any of the exercises. It's supplementary. This shows you what's due. There's a practice quiz too. There's an intro discussion, what's coming up, and this is also in the learning module under the coming up folder. You've got Project 1, which is a fairy tale plot analysis response. So the overview gives you a list that is an outline of what's in here. So the reading things in the mandatory learning module that you have to look at are fiction goals and so forth, and the plot diagram. How to download and upload files video. We cover this elsewhere. Intro discussion link. I'll click on that. Here's the topic. And if you go on click to launch, it will take you to the discussion, which if you look up at the breadcrumbs here, you'll see the discussion board is the same here. So it takes you into the discussion area. If you want to get back into the learning module, don't use the breadcrumbs this time. Use the arrow. There you are. You're back into the learning module. Here's an introductory letter. And this takes you directly to the assignment. You can see that, see attached file for instructions. There's the due dates, the points possible. It is due 8/31. You have 2 attempts to submit this. Here are the instructions. Okay. And I'm going back to Blackboard. Make sure when you click on your tabs, because you'll have some extra tabs from the documents that are opening, click on your Blackboard tab. I'm not going to submit the assignment now. I'm going to cancel. You have a video on how to do this. And I want to show you the quiz. This is an optional quiz, no credit. You can take this multiple times. For most of the other quizzes, you can only take it once. And beginning week 3, we're going to use the Respondus Lockdown browser. So I took the test already as a test student. I'll start a new submission. And here are the questions. You can fill this in. I'm going to just put X's in here. I'm going to, don't go by what I answer because they're not the right answers. And then when you're done, you can click OK to review your results, and then you can take the quiz over. There's no credit, there's no penalty. It's just to give you practice in that. Okay, so I'm going to close the quiz window here, and I'm going to go, so I'm back into the learning module. Here's the optional info, and here's coming up is Project 1. Okay, I think, let's see, oh yeah, we have to look at a couple of other things. Class email messages. If I want to create a message, I'm going to send it to, I can send it to the entire class, but I'll send it to myself. And then I select and I move over. So I'm sending a letter to myself. Note to self. Hi. And I'm not going to attach anything. I will submit. So it shows I sent one, and then I'm in the class as a test student now, but once I log in as an instructor, I will have a message. And then here's your course grades. I would suggest you select all and due date latest first. Let me show you why. I cannot, as an instructor, get rid of all of the stuff at the bottom. It's part of the instructor e-pack, and I don't want to eliminate it because I might use it in another semester. But you can see it's very irritating. So choose, you can order it by the latest first, and that'll give you an idea. And then you can choose to show all of the assignments, just the graded assignments, upcoming assignments, submitted assignments. You see I submitted the practice quiz. You choose what you want to see in this view. Let's see. Blackboard I want you all to sign up for this. I don't have regularly scheduled office hours, and I need you to create a Blackboard Collaborate IM account, and it's very easy. You just sign up for it. It takes like 2 minutes to upload, and this is the screen that shows up, and it will show everyone in the class, including your instructor who's registered under IM. you can, it's also, they used to call it Wimba Pronto. You might know it as Wimba Pronto. This is how I'm going to communicate with you other than email. So if you want a real-time communication, use IM. If it can wait, use email. But it will show you if I'm available or not. It has little, these green dots mean that whoever whoever's name shows, it means that they are there. Red dots means they're not there, and sometimes they'll be idle. I think that's a yellow dot. So you can click on the person's name and communicate with them. If you don't want to be available, then you can use this pull-down menu and block yourself and be unavailable for IM. Okay, a lot of information, but I hope that, let's get back to my Blackboard here, to the class. Well, it's not going to let me do that. Well, I think I've covered just about everything we need to in the class here anyway. So, let's get back to my Blackboard and do it that way. There we go. Okay, Blackboard Help. This is a good tool. You can use this as a assistance. They have a blog and they have forums and frequently asked questions. And I'm going to click on that. I'm going to go back, the help desk number is in the syllabus. It's 209-575-6412, and that will help you with computer and Blackboard problems. Okay, lengthy, but I hope informative, and if you do have questions, please contact me. Welcome to the class, and thank you. I'm glad you chose my class.